quick opening statement, then we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, it was great to get our first postseason win of my team and my career here. So that was exciting. And, I thought the Black Bears came out really playing well. And I thought that we looked like we maybe hadn't played in a couple of weeks, which we hadn't. So once we got the rust off, I really liked the way we played and we outworked and out hustled, holding them to 7 points in 2 different quarters was really exciting for us defensively. And offensively, I don't know that we even played the game that I think we're capable of, but we just kept playing through it and finally started making up on the boards on the rebounding end. So proud of their effort, proud of the win, and looking forward to the next one.
What changed defensively for you guys? I know they came out with 5 offensive rebounds in that first quarter. Was a lot on the glass, or what changed for you guys, the mindset for defense?
That to me.
Anyone?
I chalked it up to us being a little bit like rusty, like that jolt of playing again. I mean, that's a long time. It's been a long. It was literally like 2 Thursdays ago that we've played. That's a long time. Where they played 4 days ago. So that's what I chalked it up to, because we looked like a little rusty.
Yeah. I think it was it was a little wake up call. Like, regardless of who the team is, you never want in the first quarter for them to be up on the boards, especially when we have a high advantage, like 5-0. And so it's just like hey, like, let's kind of like get our stuff together, rebound. And that was also like one of the game plan things. It's like this team, like, they're good and they can beat us if we give them offensive rebounds, more defensive rebounds, things like that. And so I'm just getting back to the game plan.
Yeah, it was somewhat quiet night for Camp Sports, but how important was it for the rest of the offense to be able to step up and provide some good defense?
Yeah, I thought the rest of the offense stepping up, and I thought that our transition game at time looked really good. And I liked the way we were playing inside out, and when Maria was getting double teamed inside, she found somebody to kick it out to. So that was good on both ends. We have a really unselfish team, so they're going to try to find the open person, which any given night somebody different could step up on this team, which has been why I think we've been really special and why now we have 20 wins. But credit, T-Soule said it. I think Maine and Coach Vachon do a great job of getting their players to play hard. And really, they came in with the mindset like they were going to try to take it to us. And I like the way we responded after that first quarter.
Coach, I remember when Kayla came in, you called her a floor general type player. And over the course of her career, over the course of the season, how have you seen that develop? And then tonight to see that really play a role and come out in the team's offense, how did she kind of mature into that role over the course of these 40 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time. There's nobody in the open court that sees the next pass or the pass ahead better than KI. Her court vision is impeccable, and I think where she's really starting to grow her games is being able to handle that floor general aspect in the half court. Our last couple of days of practice, she's been a maniac talking and really controlling what we're doing in practice and being both that spark of leadership that's cheering people on and patting people on the back, but then also playing to the best of her ability. And I think that she puts a lot of time in the game. So her consistent shot that you saw tonight is, we've just been waiting on that, right? Because she can do it. She shows every day that she has a nice shot. So I think it's a lot of confidence, and I think that she's playing with confidence. And that's important for our floor general to play with.
Now I have to direct the question at you, Kayla. When you hear that, and when you see the floor, when you're in the flow of the game, what was it that Maine was presenting that you were just able to roll with and be able to spark the offense?
I think it was mainly just letting the game come to me, and like she said, playing with a lot of confidence. That's something like I've been working on since freshman year and still consistently working on it. So I think just letting the game come to me, staying poised, patient, and just doing whatever I can to help my team win.
This question is for any of the players, but we talked about Cam had somewhat of a slow start today, but she'd have a big hustle play towards the end of the game, and it seemed to get the bench up in a frenzy. What did you guys think of that play? I think Marnell started it with a forced turnover, and it led to a transition bucket.
I loved it.
Yeah, I've never seen,
sick.
like, I was like, oh shoot. It was 3 people going after the ball. I was like, she got this, and she got it. So I was like, it just made everybody happy because like it was cool. Yeah. From my angle, I stopped playing, but from my angle, I saw Marnell hustling, I saw her throw it, and I was like, dang, like, let's get back on defense. All of a sudden it's out the corner. It honestly felt like a movie, like everything slowed down. Cam, and then the bench, and then it went in. And I was like, yeah, guys. And Marnell was happy, obviously, because no turnover.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we like hustle plays like that. That was good.
And what does it mean to finish the game like that? defense, as Coach Mack talked about, you guys were playing through it for most of today, but it seemed like at the end everything started to come together.
I think it's good. And again, like I was touching upon things like confidence is always just a great thing from one player to the next. And for us to go in the next game and have no doubt that we have the abilities to play great basketball when we're confident and when we're doing the little things, regardless of how our shot might be falling. And honestly, relying on our defense a lot is a nice feeling. And so I hope we can just carry that over into our next game.
Today, coaches mentioned a couple times about gritty play for you this season. You had 8 rebounds. When you buckle down, you see some of those situations arise. First, what do you look for in the rebounding end? I've always asked. I feel like I ask a lot of players this, but just what do you look for when you're rebounding, and then defensively when you get back, what is it that you try to find, try to buckle down with?
I just feel like I've been like a rebounding player. And so when I get the opportunity to just go and crash and get the rebounds, I take advantage of it. And it helps me get like on the defensive end, because getting a offensive rebound, defensive rebound, it just grabbing it.
He's grabbing it.
Yeah. But no, I just feel like outside the rebounder, like I know my role. I'm a defensive player, and I can stem that I can stem my offense from my defense. But when I'm going on defense, I think that's why I'm very helpful to this team, because of my role on defense.
I know it's been like an emotional roller coaster this past week, but does it feel good to get this one underneath your belt and to be finally in this tournament and get to the next round? All of you can answer. It's uncertain.
What'd you say?
Basically, this past week was an emotional roller coaster for all of you guys, but you get one win here and move on to the next round. How does it feel to have this one underneath your belt?
It feels good because we know we've been working towards winning a championship, and just getting this win just puts us one step forward into accomplishing that goal. Yeah, I think it's been an emotional week, and whether it's life or just like basketball, like you can't dwell on the past. Like if you're in a situation, you have to just make the most out of it. And so now, like our next goal is just to win a championship. And like Tay said, today was an important win. So on to the next one.
Like Coach, you mentioned earlier, second quarter, you guys held them to 7 points. What was working defensively there?
Well, we got into a little bit of full court press, which kind of really sparked the energy and kind of got that going. And then we went to a half court zone. And so that kind of took away those back doors that they were getting us with in the first quarter. And again, they're very well versed. I think, and you guys probably seen that firsthand. Now you believe us, like it doesn't stop. Like they're very well coached to get back door and come off and back door and come off. So I think us going to a zone also took a little bit of that away from them, and it allowed us to kind of get up in passing lanes and do what we do without getting beat back door. So I'd say just it allowed us to be aggressive by both pressing and getting into a little bit of an extended half court defense, like a zone.
Coach, last week or earlier in the week, it feels like last week, you mentioned earlier in this week about the WNIT brings a lot of good teams, in this field. Even just looking down, it seemed like Maine was playing unintimidated. I know that you've talked about how they brought energy. How does that kind of differ than when, as an ACC team, you go up against an America East team during the regular season, or the teams in this field are all very capable and aren't going to look and say, oh, we're playing an ACC team or anything like that, that they know they can bring that to the table.
Right. Well, I think it's, they've earned this spot here, and Maine has been a year in and year out postseason team. And so they have that little bit of postseason experience. But on top of that, this is their shot too. And they were just as heartbroken as, they beat Albany 2 times this season, and then their America East championship lost to them. So they were heartbroken. We were heartbroken because we thought we got a little bit slighted, not a lot slighted really. We thought we should have been an NCAA team. So I think we both had a little hearted going into this game. And I think it shows a lot from both teams that we said, you know what, we're going to put on our big girl pants, put a chip on our shoulder, and go show them that they made a mistake, and we're going to play as hard as we can. And that's what I'm so proud of our players, because that is hard to do. When you set out and you have this goal, and for us this year, we didn't just say postseason. We said we want to go to the NCAA tournament. So that was a goal that we had set all year long. And when we still think we did enough to get there and then we didn't get it. It could have been easy for these players, especially our older players, to just be down in the dumps and be like, man, you know, this isn't our year and we're going to hang it up. But I think I got the exact opposite. And I think it's been an emotional week, but I don't think our team has been this together since the start of the season. So I'm really excited about us moving forward in this tournament. And again, it's one game at a time. So now we're just going to focus on Sunday and see what we can do. But I'm proud of them. I'm happy with where we're at right now.
And just as a follow-up for players too, knowing that there's another game coming that comes quick. And how do you celebrate this one? Do you have to put it out of your head even quicker because you only have, I think, 2 days and then it's another single elimination game?
I think we could be happy about this one just for the night, and then tomorrow we got to get back at it at practice and prepare for Sunday.
The cool thing about tomorrow's practice is it can be a practice where we just focus on us. So we really won't know our opponent until tomorrow night because the game's so late. So I love practices where we sometimes don't just have to worry about the next team we're playing and we can just focus on us.
Yeah, my high school coach, just going back to my high school coach, Coach House, you can celebrate the win now, but the next biggest game is the next game coming up.
Absolutely.
And so whoever we play, we're going to be ready for them.
Questions? Yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you. That's gonna be the headline of that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a headline right
You're
there.
happy?
If I was a writer, that's what I put as a headline.
Am I that predictable?
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thank you.